I can see someone pop in, and it should be off. Yeah, so that should be off now. Oh, I can't actually hear myself talk, but that's quite all right. I don't need this. Let me set this aside. Yeah, let's go. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just didn't touch it. I mean, I started a new theme, didn't touch anything. I shouldn't even done it in the first place because it's not like I'm gonna have a bunch of people on here since I just started this. So, I mean, I've got what over 800 and some followers, but I mean, they're doing other stuff and stuff like that. They probably don't even know I'm live because it don't get out there until I do it more or figure out like maybe a podcast or something like that I can come up with or anything like that. Like I want to do I got the improvising sniper saga stuff, but I want to do like a live podcast on stuff like that. Like if people send stuff to my PO box, I can use that item and create a scenario on what Info Snipe would use for that said item that comes in, like mail openings, but kind of add more to it. So that's one thing I want to work on too, but I got to get the background right and all that kind of stuff. Like, I got a green, well, I bought a green screen setup, but it's like a green sheet. I mean, you have the ones where it's like, it's one of the roll things. You pick it up, put it behind you, and you see it behind you and stuff like that. I mean, I can get one of them, or I can just clean up the stuff back here and put the green behind me and have my projector onto my computer with this to show behind me and see if that works. I'd have to see, basically see if all that works and stuff like that. So go figure. But it's just basically a work in progress. I mean, I can do the videos and like the shorts and stuff like that, the inspirational shorts and stuff like that. I do all that and stuff like that. I mean, a lot of people like that because that gets more views than any of the improvising sniper stuff. There's only a select few that like the improvising sniper stuff, but there's a lot more that like the inspirational quotes and stuff like that. And that's all done on CapCut, but I go in and I use my photo and stuff like that. But I need to upgrade my photos and stuff like that because that photo I have, even my the profile photo on here, I went from 330 pounds. I went down to 225. Then I started going back up once I cleaned up everything on me. I mean, I quit the pain meds that I took for a long time. I mean, I wasn't hooked on them, but I took them for pain to keep everything going, working and stuff like that. I smoked marijuana. I got rid of it completely. I mean, I haven't touched it in months or more. I quit drinking completely like 6 years ago. The only meds I put in my body are the ones my doctor prescribes for like cholesterol in my heart and stuff like that. And that's only 4 of them. There's, what is it? Cholesterol. I think there's heart stuff, blood stuff, and I think it's acid reflux med for my acid reflux and stuff like that. But that's it. Other than that, I'm clean, which I love. So, I mean, it's like wasting a bunch of money you don't want to waste, you know. Sorry, but I'm having a pickle and some pickled onions. I guess something I grew up with and stuff like that. But yeah, like I was saying, I want to do create some sort of podcast. I mean, Because if I'm on here, I mean, I talk a lot. As we're masking the fact I have, I mean, yeah, well, I mean, there you go. I mean, I was taking them for pain, but I got with the chiropractor, and my pain's completely gone. I see that people, why people take meds, not saying that it's a bad thing, you know, get off of them, you're this and that. No, I'm not saying that at all. But okay, LNC, okay, but I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I just got off of it because, well, let me explain. I was going to my chiropractor for a long time. I would not let him touch my lower back because of the pain I had. I bit the bullet one day, and I walked in. I said, "Do what you got to do. You got full field to do it." He came in and started adjusting. As soon as he adjusted my lower back, the pain was gone completely. No pain. I got up. I was able to touch the floor with my palm of my hands, the whole 9 yards. And it's been that way ever since until, okay, lights went away. That's okay. But I was doing the gun stuff, the improvising sniper stuff. And I went and I carried one. I had a table to set up to do the shooting and stuff like that instead of being on the ground. And I wound up messing up. I should have used a hand cart to hand cart it over there. I picked it up and I held it in front of me like this. And I compressed my L2 vertebrae really bad. Oh, thank you, honestly. But that's what hurt me. And I mean, I know they have those the light ones you can like roll around on rollers and stuff like that and get that, but that takes money. So it's not like I have a bunch of money to do that kind of stuff. But I'm trying to do the YouTube and all this and that and come up with other scenarios where I can make said money and then I won't have to worry about it. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff I want to do in life, but being 54 years old, I don't have much time left to do it. I mean, I could have another 50 years. I don't know. I could have 40 or 30 or 20 or 10. You never know. I could die tomorrow. You never know. It just depends on what happens at that scenario and when God wants you and needs you to do something. But I'm sure something will come up at some point and go from there and stuff like that. But yeah, well, like I'm sorry about that 25-second thing I'm not going to do that no more. I'm just going to leave it like this so everybody can comment and stuff like that. But I want to come up with a podcast on the improvising sniper and stuff like that. There's people that like the content and stuff like that on that stuff, but I got to figure out a way to do it. Maybe turn it into like storytelling or something like that on this, that. And that's why I did the plea on trying to get people to send stuff. I mean, it don't have to be expensive sniper stuff. I don't want that. It don't have to be money. It just, you got something in your house that you want to find a way to get rid of, but you don't want to throw it in the garbage, send it to me. I'll figure out a way to use it within one of the improvising sniper podcasts or something like that. Or it can be like just chatting or something like that. And just do it that way and see what happens. But let's see. Let's see. What do I got? There's one I got on that I wanted to do, but I didn't want to get hurt trying to do it per se because it involved climbing, and I don't need to fall out of a tree again because that would completely ruin me. I mean, I probably wouldn't even be able to do this if I did that, but I tried the AI stuff on that the improvising sniper sequel and stuff like that on what they did and stuff like that, like the setting the traps and all that kind of stuff. I mean, there's people that like that, but it didn't go over like I wanted it to go over and stuff like that. So it's something that I need to figure out on what I'm going to do. I mean, I can do the have the screen behind me, but not be like right here. I'd be over here or something like that. So the green screen would be behind me, but there would be a layout of like the improvising sniper video and stuff like that behind me. Saying, well, at this point, I wanted to do this or I wanted to do that, and and just stuff like that. Like you got Info Snipe, you have Detectives in Dusky, you got Snipe Shot, and there's probably some others I created and stuff like that that is on there. I just got to go through it again to see what characters I created. But the three main characters were Info Snipe, Snipe Shot, and Detectives in Dusky, and those were the three main characters. And then I added the what was it? Um, it was basically a girl sniper or whatever. Like I forgot what I called her, but it was like the best sniper and or whatever I don't know, fantasy sniper or something like that. I forgot, but I mean it's on the playlist of the Improvising Sniper Saga. It's in there, I think, but it may be one of the ones I actually didn't post yet, or I haven't posted, or wanted to try going through and stuff like that, just to make it better or whatever, just to see what I can do with it. But if I was good enough with AI to actually create me as a character in said AI doing that stuff, I mean that would be fantastic. I mean, I know it can be done. I just don't have the magic fingers to do it. So it'd take a lot of learning from me to do that kind of stuff. But I did the scan disc scenario and stuff like that. I think I used this one right here. I mean, I had it like I walked in Snipe Shot walked through the door or whatever, and this swung down from the light when the door opened. And he saw that and stuff like that. But it's like, oh well, the AR-15 15 was right on the table. Why didn't he take it or whatever? But let's see. Hold on. I hear you. I'm 33, nerve pain. Yeah, that's for sure, Marco. Luckily, I just learned I'm getting 10% of my inheritance early, and lucky it turned out. Well, I mean, you don't really need to put it out here on that kind of stuff, but I mean, I'm actually glad that everything's going to work out for you. And I hope you get better and stuff like that, and you basically find something that gets rid of the pain completely. But like I was saying on the that was smart, Marco. Really smart. I'm positive everything will work out for you, Marco. Yeah, too bad you weren't in Lake County, Florida. I mean, he couldn't do anything for the nerve pain per se, but he is a real good chiropractor. I mean, I had the pain and stuff like that, which was actually nerve pain. But let's see, my first one was my upper back. I did a hairline fracture on my upper back when I was 8 years old. So, well, basically, there was a smaller tree and a big. I'm sorry. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Come on, focus. Come on. Okay. There was a smaller tree and one of the big, large oak trees, and it's like a smaller oak tree or whatever. My sister was at the top of the V in that oak tree, right? So I started climbing up, and I miscalculated my hand reach to the limb I was trying to grab. And when I went to grab the limb, I thought I grabbed it, and I didn't. Well, let's say I'm standing up like this, and my knees and my head and body and my knees were like setting in a fetal position or whatever. But I was basically upside down. My knees and feet were up in the air. My back and head hit the ground, and I did a hairline fracture of my upper back, which I don't know the vertebrae, but it was my upper back that I did that. So I wore like the brace and the cast for a while. Well, I wore the brace for a while. I didn't wear the cast yet. Now, when after that one, when I was turned 15 years old, I T-boned my T12 vertebrae. So I was climbing up a tree, and I grabbed a limb that big around. But I didn't realize it at the time because it was towards dark. I grabbed it, and it was completely rotten and just snapped right in half. When I went down so fast and hard. I hit the ground with my feet, but I mean, I buckled. I went straight down. I went on to a big tree root, and when it hit, it hit up and it T-boned my T12 vertebrae into a bow tie. I mean, I was in a brace. I mean, I didn't go to the hospital for like 3 days. Then I finally went in. They said, well, you got a broken back. So one of the hospital turned me down. They sent me to Hariana. They didn't do anything. Even though I had a broken back, and I could have sued them at the time, but I never did. I never knew about it. So I got to Hariana or whatever hospital I went to. They said, well, you got a broken back. They fixed it, put a brace on and all that kind of stuff and stuff like that. And I was working on that for a while. That's why I wouldn't let my doctor touch my lower back, because of that. But like I said, as soon as he did, the pain completely went away and I was pain-free. And I've been pain-free ever since. And I started this improvising sniper stuff. Sorry about that. I went out of focus again because I came close to it. But then I started that. Then I tried to carry that table out and stuff like that. Then my L2 vertebrae compressed, and that was pain. I mean, I could have went to the hospital, the emergency room, but I hate hospitals. So I waited for that Monday, and I got up. I got the pain. I went to my chiropractor. He got me in there, and he started working on me and getting it up. Then he said, well, you got to do a CAT scan, or you got to do this or that. And I was like, I just want to stay here, and you do what you can. And that's what happened. And the pain's gone. I mean, I have the weakness of it from that injury, but I'm building that to keep that going up so I don't have that injury anymore. I'll always have that injury per se, but maybe it'll get good enough so I can start doing something again before I'm too old to do anything. But that's why I want to create some sort of like podcast, I mean, or something. I mean, it doesn't have to be all about Improvising Sniper Saga. I can do different things for the podcast and stuff like that. I don't want to turn it into like a shopping channel or something like that. Like, hey, look at this stuff. This stuff is neato. Go buy it. I don't want to do that. I mean, I do fixing electronics or trying to set up a media room and stuff like that. I mean, that stuff is good and stuff like that. I mean, I can do that, or just sit here talking, and maybe I'll get enough following to get more people on here, because somebody can have over 1 million followers, but there's only certain ones of them that come on and actually watch lives and stuff like that. So let's say I had 100,000 followers. Maybe I have between 5 and 20,000 that are diehard fans. Like if I go live, they're on, they're watching, they're chatting, they're talking with me, they're talking with some of the other people that are on the live and stuff like that, doing comments and all that kind of good stuff and stuff like that. But I mean, you have your like TV shows where you got so many followers, and there's a lot of those followers watching that live TV show or something like that. But I want to take the podcast to a point where I have my diehard fans, and I have people coming in and out, just checking it out to see what's going on. Or it's like there's a lot of the people on here that say, what kind of prize does he have with that live? Or, is he going to give away money and stuff like that? I don't want them kind of followers. I want followers that'll be active in what I do, and then I'll come up with, let's do a scenario here. Let's say I come up with getting money and stuff like that. Let's say I went in and excuse me 1 second. Let's say I went in and I actually bought 2 of these, right? And I'd look at it and I'd say, okay, well, the top chatter in the chat gets the extra one, or there'll be a prize drawn, or whatever like that I can come up with. Like I'll flip around on the people that are in the chat or whatever, and I'll just like keep flipping, and whoever I land on, that's the one that I'm gonna send that AR to. That kind of stuff that I can do. If you guys give to me, I also give back to you. Then all the private information, stuff like that, will not be on here, but it'll be on private DM and stuff like that. So it's only that person and me seeing it. or like maybe like on like here on a number on another phone or something like that. Not like a personal phone, but on a phone I use just for that. That way we can get all the information. I can send it off and stuff like that, and that's what you get. So it's not like I'm like, well, let's say I give away a camera or something like that in a new package or whatever. You're not going to get something that weighs like this. You're going to get said camera because I don't lie, and if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. But I mean, stuff like that on stuff I want to do, but I mean, I can't do it without the following or without the base fans and stuff like that. That's just like the improvising sniper stuff. I can't do that unless, let's say, I do mail openings with it and stuff like that. Then do like scenarios and stuff or whatever. Even if I have to wear like the sniper stuff. I mean, like this is a what do you call it? Like the what is it? It is a yeah, it's like like the raincoat you put on, you got the hat, and it's like that. It's like that. But put something like that on or something like that, and maybe do something like that in character or something like that. So it's like he will make a appearance. When? Who knows? But it's like on the podcast or whatever on stuff like that. Um, I mean, it can be anything on the podcast. It don't have to be the improvising sniper stuff. It can be like, let's say I get like an item that I want to put together. Let's say like this item. Well, let me get it. Well, this is I think a 12 gauge, well, 20 gauge or 410 or something like that. I'm not for sure. It could be a 410. I don't know. But I have to do a little more research on it. Let me grab it. It's like this. It's the welder that you can plug right into one of the regular adapters, or it's a stick welder, or you can plug it up to like 240 or something like that. But I have a bigger welder and a plasma cutter. I got the welder I can use, but I can't use my plasma cutter because of the air compressor I have. I can't set the air on that air compressor on the pound, so it's running 120, 130. That's not going to give you a good cut with a plasma cutter. But I mean, it's stuff like that. Let's see what else. Anything I can basically come up with, like to work on and stuff like that, and just do it like that, just to see. I mean, just to see what I can come up with and stuff like that. Let's see. I do the gaming stuff on Twitch and stuff like that, which, let me see, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me see what that is. What is it? Let's see, Shotgunner 247 or Shotgun 247, something like that. Here, let me get off this. Hold on, let me see. Let me see what that is. That way, if you got Twitch, you can actually go on, because I game into like daily. I pop on Twitch and stuff like that, and just do gaming and stuff, like the sniper games and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't think. Let's see. Do I have it? Let's see. Like I like the Tom Clancy's, the Division, Assassin's Creed, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon and stuff like that. I like that. It's the Sniper Elite, the sniper video games. The ones I got are from the 360, but these sniper games, I like these sniper games. The Splinter Cell games, Tomb Raider. I was playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider for a while. I mean, I've already beat it. Then I went through it again, going through beating it and stuff like that. I'm still working on it. I don't actually know where I'm at on it, but I know I'm somewhere. But let me see. It is. Hold on, let me get it. It is. Let's see if it'll sign in. No, not that way. Let me see if I can find it. Come on. Let's see, profile. No. I think, well, it's Shotgun 247, I think it is. I thought it could be on here. Well, actually, I can figure it out, but let me just broadcast the game. No, not here. Hell, let me go on to it. Let me go on to a game. Let me go live, and it shouldn't mess this stream up at all. Yeah, it's Shotgunner 247, lowercase SHOTGUNNER 247. So it's, let's see, HOTGUNNER 247 / T, what is it, WITCH. Yeah, that's my Twitch live twitching handle or whatever. Well, I guess nobody wanted it. Okay. Hey, let me. But it ain't gonna mess this up. I'll just go live on this. Well, I stopped that. Let me get off that. Okay. Well, I guess not. Okay. They could be working too. I don't know. Or something come up or something like that. Hello. Guap Stalker, I think it is. If I got that wrong, I apologize. How you? I'm doing great. How are you doing? I think you may be one of my followers. I'm not for sure. I think I've saw that before. I'm trying to come up with a podcast I can do. I mean, some of it like the improvising sniper stuff like that, or anything else I can come up with on that scenario with the podcast or something like that. But trying to get like so I could do people sending me stuff or whatever for him to use or come up with some way to use or something like that. I got some things I'm trying to work on for stuff like that to see that I got around here. Maybe come up with something like that. Like what he would carry or something like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll come up with something, but it's just something to work on to make it somewhat better. I want to put like a green screen behind me and stuff like that to come up with stuff on stuff like I can show something behind me and walk everybody through it on what I was thinking and stuff like that. But that's what I got going on. So I want to, like I said, I want to try and make doing a podcast and stuff like that, or come up with scenarios on it, like getting the room set up, like getting either maybe doing one of these mics or something like that on setup, but I don't actually need one because I've got one on my laptop I can use or whatever, or in the camera or whatever it is, I think, or maybe one in the camera. I'm not for sure, but just basically stuff like that on what I'm working on and stuff like that. But I mean, there's a lot of the people that like my inspirational shorts and stuff like that. That's why I keep doing them and posting them and stuff like that. But I do that through CapCut. So I go on and I choose something. I've done like TikTok. I do Gen X and stuff like that on stuff. There's a lot of that going on TikTok. But on here, I do some of the Gen X stuff, but I do more of the inspirational quotes and stuff like that. Just picking people up on if they had a bad day or something like that. Just pick them up on that kind of stuff. And see, maybe they look at it and say, oh, that was deep. I mean, that helped me out a lot. So I've had that a lot. So I got more people that watch my shorts instead of the sniper stuff. But that's why, I mean, I try to post inspirational stuff like on a daily basis. Maybe I can do it once or twice or something like that a day and stuff like that. What I do for that, I make it up. I said on TikTok because it don't have much more of a kind of lenient on the copyright stuff than YouTube's not. So there could be a song, but they're going to go in and say, well, I copyright that. I want him not to use it or something like that. I just go in, I just completely delete it and then just look at something else. But I try to get stuff that don't have music in it or that has music in it that's not copyrighted music. And I just do it that way. And see what people like, what people don't like, stuff like that. Let's see. No, don't worry about that. Fit delivery. Okay. Well, yeah. And basic stuff like that I want to do and stuff like that. So, but there's a lot of people, like I said, that like my inspirational shorts. That's why I do them. The ones I can do, I do on TikTok, but the ones I can do on TikTok, I can't necessarily do on YouTube. That's why I usually choose more of the stuff that don't have music behind the saying. Let me see. I should be able to kick on one here. That way it kind of pops up on people that are following me. Let's see. But I try to pick stuff that don't have music, per se. Hey, let's try that one. The past is done. It ain't coming back. Like you hear music? Gone, so don't waste time dwelling on it. That could be copyrighted, and that's why I don't use it. Let's see. Here, let's try this one. I know you could be the winner if you really wanted to, right? But the problem, and that may be copyrighted. I'm humble enough to know that I'm not better than anybody. And that's maybe music like this is not copyrighted. I don't compare my journey to others. Because I can do that on piano, ding, 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 just play a piano or whatever. I embrace my strengths. Now, if there's like sayings in the songs and stuff like that, that stuff is copyrighted and you can't use it. Like songs of people, they say that artists looks at it and say, oh, I don't want him using my stuff. I'm telling him it's copyrighted. Block it. And just stuff like that. I mean, there's some of the artists out there that copyright stuff, but they also make stuff they don't copyright, which is actually good for them to do because they got the copyright stuff and the non-copyright stuff. But I mean, I do that. I like posting that stuff. I've tried. I tried TikTok for a while. I mean, it didn't work so good. I'd have people watching my videos. I mean, I've tried like fixing mowers, or I had a Jeep build I was doing to try to get it going on there. But it got so hot during the summer. I don't want to be out there trying to get in sweat because I have a COPD, or a form of it. I have a light form of it, not a heavy one. So if I'm, let's say, working in the yard, raking or doing stuff, I can sit on a mower and mow my whole yard. But then the sun beats down and gets to me, and I don't really have trouble breathing. It's not like I can start. I have a lane, but well, there's no reason to talk now because everybody left because I just started talking. I don't know what they want me to talk about, but okay, okay, go figure. Maybe I talk too much. I don't know. Or maybe there's a storm. Oh, sorry. Or maybe there's a storm or something like that, and people just pop off for no reason. But okay. I mean, it's no biggie, but go figure. It could be the storm, if there's a storm in the area or something like that. I see that. Losing internet or something like that, that happens. But who knows? But I'll do the posting and the inspirational stuff. I'll keep doing that. I mean, people like that. I mean, I get way more views on that than anything else that I do. That's why I do it. But I need to upgrade my photos and stuff like that on what I use and do that. And figure out what I'm going to do on that scenario. But, I mean, it's stuff like that. Come up, I can do, like, be like with this or whatever. Just set this up or actually see. Let me see. Let me set this up. This is well, not this. This is a camera. You know, it's a camera. This is a gimbal. I mean, you can set it up on something, and let me see. I don't know if and you can turn it on, and it'll actually turn and follow your face or your body or whatever on whichever way you go. And these can be used on tripods or something like that. But I have I have here. Let me do this setup because I don't have my it's the Connect for like Xbox, which I have right here. I mean, I could take that, and let me take this off too, if I could take it off. All right, maybe I can't take it off. There we go, I got it. But you can have your setup. Okay, let me do this. Okay, here, let me see. Yeah, you can have your setup like this. I don't know if this is going to actually hold or not, but we'll find out. Okay, yeah, here. So you can have your setup like this, and you when basically, let's see if I can get it to stand straight. Or actually, well, let me see. Let me try something. Let me try something a little bit more. That's a little bit basically smarter than doing it this way. If I can, here, let me set this down. If this comes off like I think it does, I can use it. No. Yeah, but see how this is. Now, if right here had this piece, but it was shorter, it worked completely on what I wanted to do with the application of this. Like set this down and do it like that. That way I can have my camera follow me wherever I want, if I like on Wi-Fi or something like that on that stuff. But I got like that set up. I got the setup of, let's see, yeah, it's on there. Like the setup of the Kinect for Xbox and stuff like that. Now the Xbox Series X does not have the Kinect included with it. I don't know if they made a newer version that has the camera in it or anything like that, because the one I have doesn't. I got the Xbox One X, plus I have the Xbox Series X. Now they have a connection you can use the Kinect with the Xbox One X, but they don't have it for the Series X because they took it completely off of it, which sucks. But you know how that goes on the gaming and stuff like that. And Twitch gaming I use I just used the I didn't use the stream manager and stuff like that on that, but I started doing that or whatever. I mean, that works too. But just trying to come up with things to get something going on, to basically get something going on YouTube or Twitch or something, and maybe get to a point where I get enough followers and I can start doing like mail openings and stuff like that on what somebody wants to send for InfoSnipe to use, or even something that you'd say, well, I got this. I got this. I wonder what can Shannon do with that? Can he figure out something to use it with, or something to use it for? I mean, just basic, just for content, because there's a lot of creators out there that use people sending them stuff to do that, like on that. But let's like on merch and stuff like that. For my stuff, I want to create a following. And then I can think about, well, what kind of merch would I want to put out? What's the best thing on here for like the improvising sniper merch or something like that I can get going with enough followers, because I don't have enough followers now basically to start the merch thing and stuff like that. That's usually maybe, let's say 10, 15, 20, 50, 100,000. And then the merch starts coming out, unless you already have the money pre-planned beforehand to actually get the merch going and get something going and advertise like that, which I don't have. But I mean, I got a lot of plans. I just don't have the following to do it. That's why I'm trying to go and create something to get that following to do that. But you never know how stuff is going to work out. I may get a following. Then again, guess what? I may not. I may. One of my nieces or nephews may get to following and stuff like that on stuff they're doing. I got well, my niece does the camera. She hasn't recorded for a while. I don't know why, but maybe it's just because I haven't seen it or been on TikTok or anything in a while. I'm doing YouTube or Twitch or something like that. But I mean, she does her videos and stuff like that. But I mean, there's a lot going on, and sometimes she does it, and sometimes she don't. It just depends. Let's see. I mean, well, basically it's family stuff. I'm not going to get into it. So I mean, that don't need out there. But I mean, it's like the improvising sniper stuff or whatever I can come up with that I can do, like on fixing this or like the car build or something like that. But it takes a lot of this to actually do a car build. I mean, I have basically everything I need for my Jeep, but it's just getting the know-how to do stuff. I mean, that's like I have behind me, I have a new window frame and window for that Jeep, but I've never put in a windshield. I put other stuff in. I got to do like the fabrication I got to do and stuff like that. So I got to figure that stuff out. I don't have like a cutter for steel and stuff like that. I can cut stuff out with that. I have like the grinder cutters and stuff like that. I mean, I can draw stuff out, cut it out or whatever. But then you got the drilling and do holding all this other stuff and stuff like that. But I may wind up. I got two project vehicles. I have a '94 Camaro and an '89 Jeep Wrangler. The Jeep I want to keep, but I may wind up selling the '94 Chevy Camaro. But let's say I didn't have the money to keep everything up on it. So there's the rusted floorboard. I've got the floorboard pan, but I don't have enough experience in there to get it right, so it'll pass. It's not like here in Florida. You got to take. I mean, if I build something, I got to pass it at wherever I need to take it to pass it, right? But it's been licensed before and stuff like that. But I mean, there's so much money I got to put into that Camaro to get it actually back on the road. I got to redo the underneath completely. Redo the motor. I mean, the motor's good, but I got to redo some of the wiring on it. I got to clean the fuel injectors and stuff like that out to get them going good again and stuff like that. But what I messed up on is I had it, so I wanted to get it going back on the road to get the tires and everything for it. Then I went from that and I jumped in. I messed up. I jumped into the Jeep, but I should have actually just let it go, let it run and stay running and run the gas completely out of that vehicle and not worry about it. But I thought I was going to get it going, get it on the road, get everything done. It just didn't happen. So I got to go back out. I got to get the injectors out. I got to clean them, get it running again. Or instead of doing that, get the ether, starting fluid and stuff like that. Get a battery for it, spray it in there enough to get it running again so it runs, and then just let it run until the gas runs out of it. Until it runs good, get enough in there so it runs good, like the cleaner, fuel injection cleaner and stuff like that. So it runs good enough just to run the gas completely out of it. Then when I have the money, actually take it to a custom shop or something like that and have them get it going and fix it and get it all good and get it all stock and stuff like that. Then I'll be able to use it and drive it around or whatever. I can wait for that and do that, but a lot of the stuff I like doing on my own and learning and stuff like that. It's just with the injuries I've had in my life, it's not something I can get out there and do like 100% during the summer or whatever. Now, more during like the fall and winter and stuff like that is when I can get out there and do that kind of stuff. Well, hopefully it's not too cold or something like that. I can do that kind of stuff and stuff like that, which is good. Which I'll probably wind up getting back on the Jeep this fall, which is actually coming up, per se. What is it, August already? I think it is. I think it is August. So it should be coming up, actually. Yeah, it's August 14th, so it should be coming up. Let me see when is it. Maybe, let's see. When is fall?
According to Cincinnati Enquirer, meteorological fall begins on September 1st.
There you go.
Astronomical fall starts.
Well, September 1st to September 22nd on fall. That's when that content is going to come into my videos and on YouTube and stuff like that when I start doing that again. There's the Well, when I hook up the steering column and stuff like that, instead of the shifter locking in place, I mean it goes straight up and down like this. So it could be it'll shift into all gears and go through all the gears, but the shifter lock to lock it in uh, reverse, drive, first, second, stuff like that, that's broke. So what I got to do is I got to go in and take that part out and see what's broke on it and replace that part to see if I can get it to click down again like it's supposed to. Then I'll be good to go. Or actually fabricate a shifter that it's on a floor shifter to actually work with that transmission. But I still got to take that transmission apart, and I don't want to do that until I have the parts to put it back on and stuff like that, hook everything back up, and put a new transmission screen in, put the new the new transmission fluid in, stuff like that. And I want to get that before I do any of that kind of stuff like that, because I don't want to just take it apart and leave it there to rust and go bad and stuff like that. I don't want to do that. I want to have the stuff freehand so I can do the build on the Jeep and stuff like that. So it's not something I quit completely on the channel. I'm still going to do it, but I'm not going to do it out when it's raining all the time and it's hot and stuff like that. Now, the rain is more spring and summer than it is fall and winter. So it may rain or storm in fall and winter and stuff like that. I see that, but it's sad. So you got a good day, you get going, and if let's say I had like a shop or something like that, I could pull it in, then I won't have to worry about it. But I don't have that, so I got like a carport and stuff like that, but I still got to worry about that. It's got a bad roof on it. I got to get the stuff for the roof and like the sealer for the roof and put it on and stuff like that. I just haven't had time or money to do that. So I get that stuff and stuff like that. So, I mean, I got a lot of stuff coming up, but it's more towards fall and winter than it is summer. I mean, I got stuff I do in spring and stuff like that, but once the rain starts, like the gun practicing and stuff like that. So I'm not a big hunter per se. I'd rather just target practice and stuff like that with my guns and stuff like that, or use it for protection, like self-protection. It's not like somebody's going to come up and say, well, let's mess with that guy. He looks like a pushover. And trust me, I'm no pushover. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that will come up and knock me flat out. I'm not saying there's nobody that can do that. Whoever can do that. I can have 110-pound girl come out and flat knock somebody out. I mean, they're out there. Especially the Gen X ones. Oh, huh. They got a punch on them you'll never forget. Trust me. But let me see, what was that? Oh, okay, right here. But I'll still do that content on that and do this the improvising sniper content. Work something out with it on the podcast so I don't get hurt again. Because if I wind up getting hurt again on that stuff, I mean it's gone completely. I mean there's no way I can do it. So that's why I want to come up with some sort of podcast or something to do that, do the improvising sniper stuff with and stuff like that. I mean, it'd be fun. I mean, I have like stuff showing behind me or something like that, or playing a certain video or something like that behind me, letting you know like, well, I wanted to do this here or that there, or like setting the traps with strings and stuff like that. I mean, I got one video on here where if you're a follower, you should know. I had it where Snipe Shot kind of walked into the room, but he was already in the room. I got a short on that. He was already in the room, but he got the AR. I did the AR sound, and he backed out of the room and ran out the back door. I mean, that's yeah, like stuff like that. I mean, come up with that sort of scene or whatever on that stuff. And I mean, I just did it around the house, but during the summer, I don't use AC or whatever around the house. Plus, I got dogs that come in and out of the house, so I don't use the ACs and stuff like that because I mean, it'd be no point with let's say the back door's open or something like that on the back porch. There's no point in doing that. I mean, it's closed in, but there's no point in keeping that open, trying to keep the house cool. It's not going to work. So I use fans and stuff like that to stay cool or whatever, which works for me. And the bill stays low, which I really like, especially on someone with a fixed budget and stuff like that have to worry about that kind of stuff. But I mean, like coming up fall and winter, I have like the Jeep content I want to come up because I want to get it back using. But if I can get the transmission fixed so it'll shift, then I can wind up putting it back on the road. But I also got to wind up getting new tires and rims for it. I wound up my brother-in-law's brother bought a Jeep, but it wasn't like a Jeep Wrangler or something. It was a different kind of Jeep. But the Jeep tire I got for it was like a 2007 to 2018 Jeep, and mine is a 1989 Jeep Wrangler, so I have that. But I thought the tires may fit, but the lug pattern is different, so they won't fit at all. But I've got the big 50, I think they're 50 33s. I mean, they're like this wide, and they're 33s that are on there now. But you try getting on the road, I mean, I can go from a full tank. I can go from, let's say, if I went from here to work and back, I'd probably be down to a half a tank or less before that week is up. And it was only maybe 2.5, 3 miles away. Running back and forth there like 4 times, well, not really 4 times a day. Like go there, go home for a break, then come back and stuff like that on like after you get off or whatever. Like I worked for. Let's say I worked for 6 hours. I did the morning shift. I came home for a couple hours or whatever to get stuff done. Then I went back to work until like 9, 10 o'clock. But that's there and home, there and back, home. That's 4 times a day, which actually took the gas right out of my Jeep. But that's like with my Honda. I got a Honda that is good on gas or whatever. I can run back and forth or whatever, not worry about gas that much. But on a Jeep with those big tires on, a lot of people that run big tires on their vehicles know it's a gas hog. That's why the bigger gas tanks put in, or they fabricate them into their vehicle and stuff like that, just so it's there. They have the extra gas, or have 2 tanks or whatever like that. Hey Dave, hey Davey, what's up? And I mean, stuff like that. But like I said, I've got the Jeep build coming up. I mean, it'll happen in probably September when it gets cooler. Then that Jeep build, I'll do the Jeep build and stuff like that. But I want to try to make the quality recording a little better and stuff like that. But go figure, you know. Set the camera up or whatever. Maybe get the camera to follow me or something like that, you know. But I mean, you're in here. I mean, you have any questions or anything like that, or just listen or whatever? I don't know who it is. What is it? Guaps Talker, Davey, Marco, nobody. Okay. Well, there you have it. Well, I only got about 7 minutes left anyhow. But go figure. That could be anything. Could be phone calls or whatever. Who knows? But like I said, I got stuff coming out. But I mean, I might as well not talk when nobody's here to listen, you know. I could post a short. Let me post a short. Let's see. Or somebody watching it that's not popping onto it or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, let's post let's see if I can find a short.
Let them judge you. Let them misunderstand you. Let them gossip about you. Their opinions are not your problem.
Copyright.
Let me tell you something.
Copyright. There's a lot of these on the stuff I do that are copyrighted.
I'm not perfect, and I've never claimed to be.
Maybe not a copyright.
I'm not perfect, and I've never claimed to be. I've got a heart that overthinks, a mind that
Let's find out.
I'm not perfect.
Hello. Just sitting here caterwauling. I've been caterwauling for over an hour, coming up with stuff I'm going to do on my channel. Like the improvising sniper stuff, the Jeep building and stuff coming up and stuff like that. Which I have most of the parts. I just got to fix the shifter and the transmission because they don't lock in place.
I'm not perfect. And I've never claimed
I'm posting a short right now.
Heart that overthinks.
If I can get it to post. Per se. Now let me put it on YouTube. I hope it don't get copyrighted. If it does, it'll be deleted, but I hope it don't get copyrighted. We'll find out, though. Oh, wait a minute.
I'm not perfect. And I've never claimed
What's the music?
I've got
But that's just a piano. It's not like somebody's singing or whatever.
And emotions
Do,
that can
do,
be
do,
hard
do.
to tame.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it gets copyrighted or not. It'll take a while for that to upload or whatever. It takes a little bit to download it or whatever with the internet I have here. I need to get a faster internet. Plus, I mean, the storm, it's the I guess satellite internet or whatever, so the storm messes it up or whatever. But they got, I think it's Spectrum that has the fiber optics and stuff like that I want to try. But I got to figure out, I think it's Spectrum. I'll have to do some research on it and find out what it is on fiber optics or whatever, which are a lot more stable. And I'll clean a place out or whatever and do that and hook that up. That way my internet should be good. It's like 300 megabytes per second or whatever on that stuff. Yeah, it's going to take a while to get that short going. But, I mean, it's posted shorts. I mean, I post on TikTok and here on YouTube. And I just started the live and stuff like this. Well, I didn't just start it. I mean, I've been doing it for over an hour. Let's see. I had the, I think 30-second thing on or a 25-second thing on chat or whatever, but I just shut that off completely. So anybody can write questions or whatever in the comments or whatever they want to write or whatever. I had a few that just saw me live or whatever, stopping by and stuff like that, which is in the chat. Which let's see, which one was it? There was one in here that didn't know I was a gun person, but that was on my other one though, I think. That like the gun content and stuff like that. They didn't think I did anything with guns or whatever, but I do. I mean, I was seeing with the improvising sniper stuff that I did that. That's why I like the games, like the Sniper Elite games and all that kind of stuff like that. I mean, I wanted to do Call of Duty on Twitch, but for some reason you can't do it on Twitch. I mean, they won't allow it. But they will on YouTube or whatever, but there's the computer stuff, but not the gaming stuff. So I think you can go on basically the laptop or computer or whatever and do it, but you can't do it on the console, the gaming console. I think. I'm not for sure. But I mean, let's see. I got maybe a little over a minute left or whatever. But I mean, it went better. This live went better than any of my other lives did, like on TikTok or whatever. That kind of sucked. But this was a better live than anything else. But I gotta come up with other stuff to like put on screen and get this going and that going and just get my followers up so I can bring more into my chat, you know. So let me see. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. I guess that's as big as it'll go. Or wait a minute. What's this? It's pop out dashboard and stuff like that. But I guess. Oh, I'm in the studio, YouTube studio or whatever. Doing this and stuff like that, but I mean, this is the way I can do live. I mean, I can do my other camera, but it's on the laptop, but it sucks. That's why I got this, the USB camera on this because it's a lot better than my other camera. I'm pretty sure there's some way to change that, but I'm not going to change it. because I know it sucks. It don't have, well, how can I put it? Basically, it's a Funyet laptop. It's one of the cheaper versions. That's why the camera sucks. That's why I got the what is it? Logitech or something like that camera, the HD camera, the 1080p, which is one I'm using now, which is a lot better than the camera that I have on this laptop. I got another laptop, which is right here. Hold on. Which is this laptop, but it doesn't have the built-in camera to it. And I've tried putting my the HD camera onto it, but it doesn't work for some reason. I don't know if it's just I'm not going to the right place on it, or they blocked it, or didn't build in like the driver for it. I think it was probably built, not they didn't build the driver in for it or whatever, but and do that. But I've been here for an hour, so I'm about to get off of the live, and I'm gonna be on Twitch. But you can see my Twitch name is Shotgunner247 on Twitch. I'm gonna be streaming a game which is Sniper Elite something, but it's Sniper Elite Resistance or something like that. No, not Resistance. What is it? Well, my dog's coming in. Hey, Blue. Yeah, Sniper Elite Resistance as well. I'm fixing to be streaming on Twitch, which is my Twitch is lowercase Shotgunner247 on Twitch. So if you got Twitch or whatever, and you want to go into gaming and stuff like that and watch some gaming content, you're welcome to come join. I mean, I got it up, so I'll have my chat and stuff like that up. Sometimes I get really into the game, so I don't actually see the chat until I can figure out maybe how to put it up on my TV screen so I can see it, or have my TV screen in front of me, like move it over. That way I can see the chat, like right here, and I can see the game. But thank you for staying as long as you did and stuff like that. But I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all stay blessed. You're one of a kind. You're blessed, so bless those in need. Thank you.